fight well in the old style, but you've caused me enough trouble. Now you face the Shredder. fight well in the old style, but you've caused me enough trouble. Now you face the Shredder. fight well in the old style, but you've caused me enough trouble. Now you face the Shredder.
We are officially live on YouTube and
on Twitch.
alrighty then. Alright. I want to try to actually get a hot myself up because work has worn me out, I need energy. Give me your energy, Jack.
No.
G Fuel then? I'll take that.
Yeah. Did you know that PewDiePie right now says that G Fuel is 30% off, and with his code PewDiePie, you can get 30% off of that. Amazing, isn't it?
I just realized that by doing that, you're literally lowering the original discount, so you're paying more.
No, you're not.
Or at least I'm still trying to wrap my head around the math of that. And don't try to explain it; you're just gonna make me confused more.
Oh, it's literally just 30% off of the discounted price. That's it.
So are you removing 30% of the discount, or you're adding additional 30% of the discount into the already discounted price?
Neither.
See?
You just get the original discount. Get 30% off of that, alright? Let's say it's 100, 30% off of that. That's 70.
Right.
Now, get 30% off of 70.
That makes it What's 30% of 70? Hold on. I can you know what? I got
49.
I got an advanced computer.
It's $49.
Is it though?
Yes.
Is
it seems like it is.
Is it though?
It seems like it is.
Wrong. It's $27.30.
That's how much you're taking off of the 70.
Right. So now 70 minus 27.3 is $42 or 43 if you want to round it up. So it's not $49. Baka.
I don't know. I put in 70 times 0.7.
Baka. Hey, Ghetto.
You're telling the man that's going to
the myth, the legend.
You're telling the man that's doing calculus 2 and going to do statistics in fall, he is wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Ghetto's in the YouTube chat. He goes, Odo. I see. You see what he did there? You see what he did there, Jack?
I see what he did there.
Once we have it, that's a pun coin right there. But sadly, that's it.
Sadly, until I get the affiliate, it's not gonna happen.
No, so Ghetto, just keep that pun coin in your heart.
I'm gonna put it in the document.
Put it on the list.
It's funny, I still have the document.
Of all of our subscribers and followers pun coins.
No, Dr. Crow is already going to be getting a big head start. You know how many he has? 15.
Well, obviously everyone's going to step up their game. Because don't you want to use those profitable pun coins to
Ghetto says I finally got one.
What's talking about? He's had some in the past, hasn't he? This isn't his first. Really? No. You know what it was? He's made puns, but not when you were around. That's what it was.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yes. And unfortunately, I can't distribute pun coins because I'm not the creator.
Yeah, but it's gonna have a big inflation. Don't worry, Ghetto. You're gonna have 100.
One normal dollar equals 100 pun coins. So every time you donate $1, that's 100 punk coins get put into your Swiss bank account.
Blue still owes me 100 or 1 pun coin.
No, it's Blue. You owe Jack $100, or the equivalent. You owe him 100 puns.
Well, no. Once when it, will it actually work? No. Every pun is gonna just be 100 pun coins.
Oh, fine.
Now the question is, can I even distribute any? That's what I need to know, but Twitch won't let me know because I need to be affiliated.
You hear that, guys? You need to make Jack stronger on Twitch so he can give us fake money.
Yep.
Yes. So
And then you can do whatever you want with those pun coins. I think it's gonna be the generic stuff and then some other.
which
I might
means
make emotes.
which means everyone open the stream on both YouTube and Twitch and play it at the same time.
And click the follow button on Twitch.
If you haven't already. Oh man. Any case, welcome to episode 89 of the HAC Show. I am the genuinely moronic and beautiful hack.
And I am. Oh well, I'm your pun master, Jack.
And Dunkelzon chimes in with a big comment. He says, he goes, I found that for me, continually drinking coffee or energy drink isn't all that effective. If I want to stay active, I only take one coffee, then one to three energy drinks, replaceable by another coffee. Well, sir, that's actually close to what I do. Although coffee does nothing for me. So if I really need the energy, then I take because it's only available at my job, I'll take a Monster Zero. I don't need the sugar. Just give me that dangerous caffeine, and so I will be safe working on people's cars.
You know, I heard that whenever it comes to caffeine, the more you drink of it, the less effective it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, maybe drinking three energy drinks ain't good.
It's like the dopamine thing. The more you get it, the less it's gonna I guess affect your brain neurons. The more you drink, think about this: the more you drink energy drinks, the less you're gonna get a brain blast moment, and we all need a brain blast moment, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Totally.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what I forgot. My
Jimmy
noise
Neutron
compression.
is exact science. All right, don't question it. Ghetto says, "What's the exchange rate on punk coins to good boy points? I've amassed a lot of good boy points."
I don't know.
This is the
That's
first.
something I don't know.
This is the first to hear. What the heck is good boy points?
I don't know. Maybe it's from another stream.
All right, guy, you gotta give us some context because I know you. You ain't no good boy.
Who knows? Maybe we're gonna have to speak with that other streamer then to see on the exchange rate and the commission fees.
and if they don't like it, then we declare war. War has been declared. Douglas says, then a chai like milk or soda before I can take more caffeine. Yeah, that's fine. Of course, the best way to get energy is always a good night's sleep.
Nah.
Like you just said, nah, it doesn't work. Ghetto says my mom. My mom says I am.
My mom says I'm a good boy.
My mom says I'm handsome. Oh man. Oh, by the way, Jack, I did finally see that video you tagged me on Twitter of that person explaining the story to Tekken.
It was literally on the same day.
Yeah, it was literally on the same day when Jack and I went out to eat, and I was explaining to him Tekken lore. And Jack just so happens to find a video of a guy pretty much repeating what I said, just a bit more funny and less detailed.
And I knew there was another animated video where it was like, I think it was very recent. It was Heihachi. He has like, he has a baby in his hand. He just like throws him off the cliff. Once when the baby comes back out, he's like, I knew you were a good boy. I knew it.
Douglas on says, a bowl of rice, then a 20-minute power nap, and you're good to go for another 5 hours. All right, Kung Fu Panda. Sure, why not? Oh, you're probably right. What kind of rice, though? That's the real question. What kind of rice? White rice,
Most
plain
likely
rice,
white rice.
Mexican, not Mexican, Spanish rice,
Mexican rice.
rice with pork, rice with chicken,
Rice with rice?
arroz con pollo,
Or
yellow,
mole?
yellow rice. These are the important questions. Oh, by the way, I neglected to mention that within the Tekken lore, eventually Heihachi's father, so the grandfather, comes into the story as well, and Heihachi's family is also sort of weird because the grandfather Jinpachi has his own weird demonic powers. Not the devil gene, but it's something, and then it ties into some weird like ancient god called Azazel that Jin had to fight in the desert. And I don't know how it relates to Tekken, but it's there and it's a thing that happened. The main character has to fight this weird god in the desert. Which is surprising enough, that's surprisingly enough. That's not the first time. Because Tekken 3 had to fight Ancient Ogre, who is like this. Who is essentially it's essentially a Pillar Man, just not as powerful. Exactly.
What's it,
And
Akadaka?
I could. Oh, you mean S? Wait, I'm trying to say Esidesi.
Akadaka, yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what? Thing when you say when you say Akadaka, you know what that sounds like?
What?
Sounds like the answers on a standardized test. All right,
Yeah,
kids.
don't you know the Akadaka?
Memorize the pattern for your annual test. Aka, Daka, Kadapa, Tappa, Tappa, Namaka, Kappa. And like that, our school can get more money because we are honestly broke.
Well, fun fact, Akadaka is the way the Australians say ACDC.
Well, they're wrong.
They're wrong.
They're wrong. They're a bunch of hooligans and criminals. What do they know?
They're all a bunch of hooligans and criminals.
Exactly. Even the one I have already twice in this podcast, he was streaming from his jail cell. Oh man. Douglas says honestly easier to wrap my head around than Dragon Ball lore. Well, Dragon Ball lore is not that complicated. It gets funny in the details, but overall it's easy to follow.
Well, you know did you know? Speaking of which,
did I know what?
Apparently, I got this from some guy on YouTube that's hiding in a box, maybe somewhere in the world.
Okay.
He says that Ultra Instinct isn't really all that, and it's just it's not even a power up. It's just literally that your hidden instincts.
So
And throughout the whole time, like it is explained in the manga that Goku never really perfected Ultra Instinct, even whenever you saw that from the Tournament of Power. And there's like, if he thinks about it as a form, he's never going to complete it.
So he just has to heighten his instincts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is much better. At least with the god forms, I kind of get it.
What
The Ultra...
Did this man heat? My
What?
dad heated cookies.
Heated cookies?
Okay, so did you ever get these cookies from a panaceria? Specifically panacerias.
No.
Where they have like, it's a galleta that has like little sprinkles that they're like almost like polka dots.
Right. Wait a minute. So okay, there's a spring. Is it like kind of like rainbow colored sprinkles?
Yes.
Okay. I think I might know what you're talking about. But continue on.
Somehow I don't know why they're heated. I feel that like I could feel heat from these.
Radiation?
I'm gonna be Cookie Man.
Not a Cookie Monster?
No.
You well, well, he could have had the pun there, but he chose to go the way of the punk. How dare you? Ghetto says, regards to Ultra Instinct, he said it sounds like Muso Tensei from HNK. It's not a form, but a technique.
Yeah, that I think that's what they were specifying in the manga.
So this is something like Kaioken then.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, next time Goku has to punch something really, really hard. He Ultra Instinct will just come back to him, and then we'll never see it again. Never, never ever.
Wasn't okay. There was supposedly it's gone farther than Moro in the manga. What was the other one called? It was like CBS villains manga. Supposedly this is the newest villain's called Granola.
Funny.
And supposedly in the manga, Goku was trying to fight him with Ultra Instinct, and which he called the Ultra Instinct he had perfect Ultra Instinct, and he was getting swatted around like a fly.
Who, Goku or Granola?
Goku.
Oh, and let me guess. Now he has to figure out a different form to defeat him.
No, I think maybe they're trying to say like he specifically said in the manga when he's struggling that if only I trained more. Meaning that if he trained more if only he trained more with Ultra Instinct.
Everything's. I mean, oh guys, it's so pretty much it's just the same old. It's the same old. It's the same stuff we've been having for the past 30 years.
See,
riveting. Ghetto says at this point they might as well just continue past the end of Z, make it a real sequel. I don't know. Do you really? Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe we could have an honest to god take on Oob, have him be an actual character.
Goku be more of a father for Oob than Gohan.
Goku's a good dad. All right, enough of the jokes.
He's a decent dad.
He's a good. He's a good dad that died for his son on many occasions.
He's a decent dad. He's a good dad would share his food.
Hey. At least Goku didn't literally beat up his son like Piccolo.
I don't know. I mean, in training, he kind of did.
In training, what did Piccolo did when Gohan was just 4? Oh, I'm gonna knock this kid around, survive in the desert. Survive in the desert. He literally did what Heihachi did to Kazuya.
But that's also training.
In Piccolo's mind, sure, but not to Gohan. It's freaking survival out there.
It's training. Don't worry.
Sure. That's sure. Piccolo trains Gohan. Everyone thinks, oh, Piccolo's a better dad than Gohan. Goku actually does martial arts training, teaches Gohan to reach higher potential with his power. Oh, he's an abusive father, and he's worser than so and so. Give me a break.
No, I won't give you a break.
No, you won't. But those freaking Dragon Ball fans that watch too much of the abridged series, they should give me a break. I mean, maybe the chat real quick. Knuckles-san says it just comes down to training. The villains are sometimes you and cool, but Goku's literally the exact same as he was at the beginning. No, I would disagree on that. No, he isn't. But what is always the same is his solution. Like, Goku is a different person than how he was in the beginning, albeit it's not a big difference, but there is a difference. The thing is, though, whether it's Toriyama or whoever else is currently writing Super, they always give Goku the same solution to all his problems. So therefore, it's, I don't say it's not exciting, but it's to be expected of how Goku's gonna is going to solve things. The last time in which Goku, Vegeta, or anyone else thought of something to defeat a villain was all the way back in the Goku Black arc, and that ended up, and look how well that ended up. Where because Goku was arbitrarily written to be dumber than he supposedly is for that particular story, he forgot the seal. They still ended up just powering up a fusion form to almost defeat Zamasu, but then it didn't matter because Goku literally had to press a button, and all their problems are solved. At least for Goku and Vegeta. Not much so for Trunks.
Let's hit them harder.
Ghetto says, Ghetto says, give Goten and Trunks something to do besides being Gotenks. Yes, please.
Yes,
give them
please.
Something. Give us something else, please. He continues.
By the way, here is the picture of Granola.
Ghetto also
put it under sources.
Ghetto also says, can the solution really change? It's not like JoJo or Hunter x Hunter where the fights are more like puzzles. I'll say it can, because you can still have like your cool fights, but sometimes it's not necessarily all about having to reach that next power. Maybe and really think about it. When you really think it, let's think back with let's at least Z, because I'm more knowledgeable in Z than Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
With Z, Goku didn't really defeat Vegeta. He beat him bad, but it was because of the efforts of Krillin and Gohan, and with the Spirit Ball, and with Gohan crushing Vegeta literally. You know, he barely got, well, not even a win, just like a draw on that one. But the battle was still stakes because it wasn't like Goku had a new form. He didn't get a really new form, although I guess you can see Kaioken as one, more like a technique. But that still wasn't the edge though to win Vegeta over. Frieza though, when we get to Namek, it's actually more of a payoff because we finally see Goku get that big ultimate boost, that power that was building up throughout the entire time Z was starting. And so for Frieza, I can understand of being like Goku having that big power, be more the accurate solution in that situation. But after Frieza, when we go into Cell, it's funny how him draining the androids and being able to copy abilities, it is a factor, but it wasn't like the characters have to all find different ways to defeat Cell. At the end of the day, it was having to raise up Gohan's power more, and so he can just kill Cell by the literal molecular level. So the solution was instead of getting Goku in new form, get Gohan in new form. Boo, Boo, Boo was I'll give Boo credit this, and that the new forms didn't really defeat him, at least up until when Kid Buu arrives, and Goku and Vegeta couldn't do the Patara rings no more, and at least had to go inside Buu, kind of defeat him through the inside and so forth. And actually, by that point, the Goku actually finally destroys the villain with the Spirit Bomb. When you really think about it, because he didn't do it with Frieza. I guess you could count it with Vegeta, though not really. It was up until freaking Majin Buu that that technique actually worked.
Yeah, and even then, like, it was almost failing because everyone just did not listen to him. Well, the world did not listen to him.
It listened to Satan, though.
Hail Satan!
So you get my point. You can have your solution be more than she can still do your fights, but you can still do some more interesting with them besides just either a character just gets a new form, whether it be Goku or someone else, and that ultimately is what makes gives the win to the heroes. You can do a lot more than that and still be action packed. Maybe not to the lens of JoJo or Hunter x Hunter, because at the end of the day, Dragon Ball knows its audience. But you just got to be more clever with it. You just got to be more clever with it, and for the most part, a lot of Dragon Ball writers are going to take the easy way out with either new form, a fusion, a new form of the fusion, or literally has someone else easily solve the problem.
Now, can we say that Goku never did the spirit bomb correctly, but this time it was because of Hercule? So to do the spirit bomb correctly, you will always need Hercule. You always need. He's the missing puzzle piece.
I mean, he needed it to make it as big as to make it, big. He needed it for that situation and with that specific fight. He could still do it correctly.
Nah. To even hit anything, you need Hercule.
No, that's not how the spirit bomb. That's how the spirit bomb works. It doesn't need Hercule. So
that's how it works now. To do a killing blow, you need Hercule.
Get your head cannon out of your butt. Ghetto says, let me wait for it to be. Get a second on the chat on YouTube. There it is. He says, I think that's why I like Battle of Gods so much. He may get a new form, but Goku doesn't actually beat Beerus. Yeah, and besides it being like just a fun movie, it has like an open ending where like there's still something for Goku to strive for. That will make it an interesting journey. It just so happens that, well, he still kind of hasn't reached that yet, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they might do something with Dragon Ball Superhero. Whatever that subtitle is, superhero. Seriously.
Oh, there's the evil.
Oh, that's right.
Super evil villain.
Oh, that's right. She showed me Granola. Let me take a look at Granola here.
That
is a freaking okay. Let me. I'll show it on. I'm gonna show it on the stream. So let me just download this image. So it's now when I say this, I before I say what I'm about to say, I understand that it's literally like the same art style. I don't know if it's Toriyama who drew this, so but when I say this, it's more so in terms of aesthetic and design. But let me get the people here who may not know what Granola looks like, just so they can see it.
It looks like a bunch of turtlenecks.
Okay.
I feel like they made Dragon Ball whenever they were hungry. That's how I feel.
There you go. So there's Granola. People could see it on the YouTube end.
Oh my god. I mean that's you made him super big.
It came out that way. I lowered it. I'm minimizing it now. So is it me? This guy looks less like a Dragon Ball character and more like a Chrono Trigger character.
You're right.
Like even Ghetto says he looks like somebody's OC. No. Better. Not even a Chrono Trigger character. He looks like a Xenoverse character.
I was just thinking that too.
This is someone's Xenoverse original character. It's a time patroller over here. Looks like a time patroller. Douglas-san says, I mean, yeah, I still find most arcs interesting and the solutions are often cool, but Goku for me is just keep practicing and you win. Yeah. They do that work. It's just that it's a reason why Dragon Ball's writing is not its strongest suit. It can be good, but is not its strongest aspect of that show. Hello, Rex. He says a hideous one. He also think the Gaku pushes it over. Rex says, at least OC looked like she could have appeared as a background Saiyan. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, this is just I guess the art term would be a bust of the character, but he looks like he belongs in a Chrono Trigger game, maybe Dragon Quest.
He belongs in a museum.
Belongs in a museum. But yeah, just to show people. But speaking of bad design, actually, I'm gonna show you something. It's something very quick. So, Jack, do you remember last Halloween we all here sat down to watch Night of the Living Dead?
See,
right, and from what I recall, all of us enjoyed it. Right, it was like despite how old it is, it was still a very good and very intense movie even for its time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you something here that just came out today, where it looks like some Oh, I thought. Oh my god! Oh, this makes it even worse. Okay, so okay, so I'm about to show you. It is related to Night of the Living Dead, and I'm gonna show you the sources, Jack. If I could just find the right. There we go. There we go. I'll send you the link. We'll watch it together. But what I'm about to show here to the audience is a it's called Night of the Animated Dead, and this is officially from Warner Brothers Studios, of them making an animated adaptation of Night of the Living Dead. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I just want to take a look at, well, if you were to get this movie, of what you'll be getting. So let me go and show the screen to the audience. Jack, let me know when you are ready.
Let's see. I am ready.
All right, we play the trailer in 3, 2, 1, play.
This is the National Civil Defense Headquarters.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Epidemic of mass murder with no apparent.
Oh, I don't like this art style now.
The killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill.
Yes.
Remain
I don't
in
like
your
this art
home.
style.
Keep all doors and windows locked or boarded shut. That's all for now.
All right, pause it real quick.
Paused.
Remember, keep in mind, this is not someone's fan animation. This is from a major studio, Warner Brothers. that they will charge you full price for it to either own physically or whatever streaming service they're gonna put this on. Just keep that in. Just keep that in mind. Let's go for this trailer. Resume in 3, 2, 1. Resume.
Hey, don't look at it. I need you to get some wood. Whoa, don't shoot! How long have you guys been down there?
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
All law enforcement agencies have been organized to destroy the marauding ghouls.
Good lord.
Stay safe out there.
Some of us can go out and try to get to the truck.
We've got to get down into the cellar.
If you're coming, come on! Let me in!
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh god,
Night
that's
of
so.
the Animated Dead. Look for it on digital and Blu-ray.
I like how they pretty much show the whole movie.
I mean, it's an old movie. People appear to know it, but just that quality, though. That quality. I couldn't believe when I saw it. I'm like, seriously? You have to pay full physical DVD prices for something that, to quote Ghetto, something that looks like a Flash cartoon from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And and of course, aside from the actual very rigid animation, what's missing from this version?
What?
Do you recall how like the vivid angles and how like actually dark and foreboding the movie actually looked, even in black and white?
Yeah.
And all that's great cinematography and lighting, and now all of it's gone and it's just plain old drab colors.
Yeah. I can tell this was like a side project where they just said, let's, like, they didn't even, for the most part, the colors looked like they didn't even bother.
They did the bare minimum and put like basic shadows where they're supposed to be. Like I'm staring like at a still right now. There's like, it looks like a flat in a house that's like with low light. Everything looks like it's all lighted up except where there's like tiny shadows on the neck and the eyes, and that's about it.
Yeah.
It's
you know what it reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
A worse version of Archer.
Which actually is what Rex says. He says, ew, it looks like a cheap 3D version of Archer. At least Archer is stylized.
Yeah.
even though its animation can be a bit rigid at times, but at least it's stylized to have a unique look to it. This here, though, oh my god, it's just flat, no
Look at them
definition.
hands. Look at the hands.
Oh, I need to get a shot with the hands. Give me a second.
Oh
Oh
my
wow.
god, the hands.
Oh my god, the hands.
The hands.
Well, that lady's hand looks like it's just a claw.
Some of them
Zoidberg,
just look like nubs.
Zoidberg's hands right there. Oh, so I just wanted to show that, but just like
Also,
Just-
the lip sync on that supposed newscaster, it's like very off.
and this is why I just watched the original. Still great, still good, and it's public domain, so you can watch it you can literally watch it for free. It's like, doesn't come like, wait, like you're gonna pay for this. Comes out this September in October, and you're not gonna get anything much more. It's not like it's animated in a unique style that enhances it or gives a new spin on it. Just a lazy re-release of a movie that's free. That's free to watch anywhere. Literally go to the Library of Congress or any library and watch this movie for free instead of paying what $20 for it.
Yeah, screw paying money.
Let's see. Kentucky-san says it looks like it came out in 1914. I wish that would have been that old time animation was at least interesting to look at.
Yeah, that's true.
Rex says, was that Vincent Presley in the trailer or was it one of Yin's? Which line? Because if it's talking about the last line with the Barbara, that was always in the original. Ghetto says, why bother making this? They might as well have made a motion comic, pretty much. Even as a motion comic, it still looks crappy. Douglas says, I love to know the budget. What budget?
$2.
That trailer was probably the most marketing it ever had.
That's where all the budget went.
To the market. Definitely didn't go into the animation. Oh man. So on the show that now, like I said, as mentioned, as kind of hinted at when I tweeted the show was going on, and I was telling Jack before started, but I do have to get something out. Do want to vent some frustrations here, and for most people, it's a European song and dance, and some of you I already know what some of you are going to say, but let me just vent it out, and then I'll get over with it, and it will be old news. So, for those who are not big into the comic fandom, like I am, you're probably unaware that a certain Batman character has literally is turned bisexual.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yep. And this character is actually now this wasn't the first time I'm hearing it, because I remember hearing hints about it a few weeks ago, but now it's actually confirmed, and I still remember how much it really struck me in the heart, because because of all the characters, they turned my favorite Robin, Tim Drake, so the third Robin, he's the one that turns bisexual, and literally, I kid you not, up until that point, there was nothing, absolutely nothing that guy was even curious. It literally comes out of nowhere. Written and it was a recent comic written by people who obviously don't know the character. And the worst part is, let's say if you're one of the rabid fans on Twitter who just read the news articles of comics or actually read the comics. Let's say you're like, oh, this is a great development for Tim. How is this any development? Yeah.
You know what happened?
What?
Okay, so remember in the animated Batman, he got kidnapped and turned into a Joker.
Yes, right.
Joker made him bi.
I would accept that because then it will be like how in X-Men, how there's a popular theory that Jean Grey made Iceman gay. Which is my headcanon. That's my headcanon. But but to the topic at hand, so the thing is, like, it literally comes out of nowhere. Up until this point, Tim Drake has been like, well, straight all his young life, because even the character's been around for over 20 years at this point. He's still technically he's just now a young adult. For the most time of his life, he was either like a preteen and a teenager. Wasn't until now that he's a bit aged up now. But through all that, there has been no story of him exploring his sexuality. Of what there was, he has had literally in romantic relationships with nothing but women, and some of them are like major parts of his story. So it wasn't just like he was like having casual flings. No, he had like deep relationships with these characters.
There needs to be a rule that, okay, here's the rule. If you haven't done it with the other sex, you can't say you're bi. You have to say you're bi-curious. Then, whenever you do it with the other sex, you get promoted to. you get promoted.
You get promoted. That's how it works. It's a promotion system.
It's a promotion system. After a certain amount of people, you get a prestige.
If you're a guy and you slept with 10 guys, you get rated to homo superior.
Homo superior.
Yes, but only if you slept with 10 guys at once. Okay.
At once, dang.
Then you get the title of homo superior, and then once you adopt a kid with a gay guy, you get the title of big homo superior.
Mega homo superior.
Ultra homo superior. But I remember hearing thoughts and I was like, really? It honestly almost ruined my day when I heard the initial news about it before it's been confirmed. And it's just and of course the usual people, like, if you try to critique this, especially online, they're gonna take down your armor as you're being baited, closed-minded, or that you just want to keep the things the way things are, even though Tim Drake hasn't been like an important main character in quite a while. Like he got a few stories in the past few years, but other than that, he's like a character that DC doesn't know what to do, because he's not the first Robin, who's already Nightwing. He's not Jason Todd, who's Red Hood. They have their own books. They can do their own thing. He's not Damian, Batman's literal son and the actual current Robin. So he's in this weird place where he's not old enough to be his own hero. Yet, and DC doesn't want to be his own hero, or one time he did, but that didn't work out. And he can't be the Robin because they already have a young Robin who is actually Batman's son. So he's stuck in this predicament. Like, what do you do with this character? What do you do with this character, especially when in creation, like when he was conceived as a character and was being riding along throughout most of the 90s, he was going to be seen as someone to actually take over the Batman mantle, or at very least someone close to that. One of the cool things about his story originally was that he was actually able to figure out who Batman and Robin are before he actually met them in real life. Like, he was that smart of a kid that he not only figured it out, but because he idolized him so much, that in his first story, he was able to help them try to figure out the big crime in the story, and as well kind of heal the wounds that Batman and Nightwing were having during that particular story. So he was an important character for a good portion of the Batman, lore.
Yeah.
And now, because he's just kind of a third wheel, because there's no point really having two Robins. One Robin's really all you need. Now he's either just he's hanging around, or he's literally put in another book that's inconsequential. That's really
just
it.
Name him the Alpha Robin.
Alpha Robin.
Robin.
You know what? I'll like that, just to call Damian the Beta Robin.
Exactly.
Chatin Drake, Virgin Damian Wayne.
I mean, even Batman said that Tim Drake's the best Robin.
Oh man. At least one of the better ones. At least I like him more than Damien. So with all this new development and upon reading the actual panels within context and all that, because you gotta see things for what you gotta when you gotta read things, you gotta read them within the context. It really just does come out of nowhere because apparently Tim is starting his like first year of college, so, and so far he's just been like on a date with a guy. That's really it. So, and the thing is though, because they make him bisexual or bisexual, you know what that could mean? That if this
What?
story, if no one likes this story, or that whoever is the next writer that wants to use Tim, they could literally just forget that he was ever bi and never bring it up again.
Or they could just say he just found out that he was not into guys.
That's what I'm hoping too, because he's into his college years. Like, all right, sure, let's do the whole bi-curious phase, and then like 10 issues later, Tim just says, "All right, guys weren't for me."
Yeah, I took it up the butt a few times. Nah, it wasn't for me.
I mean, and that's also the kind of thing too. How lazy these writers are, because there's such an easy way out if this idea doesn't work. It's funny how DC would do that to an already established character, but they would rather do it essentially half-ass with, but not go like, you know what, F it, we'll make a new hero who's just bisexual. And like if they want to do that, sure. Will that run up sales? Probably not. But hey, at least you're not ruining another character by turning in something that they're not. If you want to do your weird experiment, go ahead. There's literally no one stopping you.
Let's see. Let's catch up with the comments. Let's see right here. Rex says, modern DC exists only to try to make their old fans commit toaster bath.
a little bit. Although Rex, you could say that they've been doing that for the past 30 years.
And Ghetto says, he shared a panel with Connor. It's so obvious you're just blind.
Oh, I know what he's referring to because all of a sudden now a bunch of Tim Drake fans, quote unquote, are appearing on Twitter, and now they're just saying that, oh, the signs were there since day one, girl. They were there. It was queer. It was all queer coded. If you see it through these lens, it was always there. It was like, hey, shut up.
You seen that leotard? No straight man will ever wear a leotard like that.
You know what that goes back to? That goes back to when there was a when people thought of Batman, they thought of the '60s show. That goes back to those days where people thought Batman and Robin were in a gay relationship together.
Oh yeah.
Because look how they dress, and they share the same room.
They even made fun of that. And the Harley Batman movie, the animated movie.
Yeah, it's literally like a no joke. There's I kid you not, there's a Saturday Night Live sketch, a famous one, where it's that joke, but they parodied it by calling it the ambiguously gay duo.
Let's see. Ghetto also Tim isn't bi. With how current writers write every bi character, he's going to be gay.
That's also true, because the funny thing is, Jack, that and this is also with Marvel as well, is that anytime a comic character is bi, what that really means that they're gay, but they're not going to label them as such. So so like I said, it's a get out of jail free card. It's so whoever is the current writer wants to essentially put in their weird headcanon ship stuff, essentially put their homoerotic fan fiction into an actual comic book that's supposed to be written by men who love adventures and escapism and don't really care about that type of stuff. They're going to insert into that so that they can have their wish fulfillment, and then hopefully that will lead them to writing a Netflix soap opera about the 9,000th time a gay person's having a struggling in life.
It always seems to happen to a superhero that like got through a lot of breakups. Do you ever notice that? At least I think so. They take their first L and then they say, "Well, I guess I'm gonna add GBT2 onto it."
Ah, I see what you did there. Okay, that was pretty good. I see what you did. That was pretty good.
Let's see. Dunkelzon says, "You see, a character becoming gay slash bi is fine, but we have way too much insight into how he thinks, acts to bi, that he suddenly had a revelation."
Especially when it was, like I said, written out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then Ghetto says to the comment about being promoted, "So close. Damn it."
not yet, not yet. See, the thing is, you're actual bi, so all of the women you've been with cancel out your homo superiority. It's those office ladies, man. They're bringing you down, man. Those office ladies. You gotta cut them out of your life. Then you'll become the homo superior, like Magneto. Sacrifice the
see.
office ladies.
Let's keep going. Rex says, "If you're not smart enough to come up with an interesting character with a deep background full of interesting events, just take an existing character and slap Twitter / Twitch labels on their profile."
Pretty much, or in other words, most of the women that Jack finds on Tinder.
Yeah. I never use Tinder anymore for mostly because of the one girl that now was like flirting a little bit too hard.
She thought she was a flirt master when really she's just a perv.
She was just a cringe master.
Ass. Hold on. Let's see. Rex also says, "Next level insult. I wish your parents had been gay." That's actually a pretty good insult.
It's up there with the "I wish your mom should have swallowed you."
I'll keep that in the folder. Ghetto says, "The thing is with bi characters, you either get a character who is overly promiscuous or just 80% gay." That's also true. Because when they do stuff like that, all of a sudden they just kind of forget that they're superheroes, and so now it just becomes a relationship drama. And so you're expecting like, oh boy, super heroic, they're gonna fight crime, fight some villains, and then the character is just talking about their feelings for like half of the book.
No. Remember that movie Sky High?
Yes, I do remember that movie.
Imagine if that movie was made in modern time right now.
If that movie was made in modern times, number one, people will call it a My Hero Academia ripoff.
Not just that.
I think that would be the biggest thing.
So much gay stuff will happen.
Oh no, they'll ship the main character and the guy who could do the fire. They're like, oh, that's my ship headcanon, ooh, and stuff that.
Oh yes, the abuser with the abused.
It's always that. Look at the Bakugo cross Deku shippers.
They're all abused.
I'm sensing a pattern here. Sensing a pattern, a disturbing pattern.
I sense a disturbance in the force,
said Sigmund Freud. Is this? Is it? And he goes, "Well, see, it all goes back to your mom." It also says, "I refuse to lose the office ladies. They're a part of me, and that is what makes you weak." Also continues, like the only biker I can say I relate to in any way is Constantine, and that's really not a good thing. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. But of course, Constantine is an actual good character, and his sexual adventures, while there is not like the main part of main thing of why you read a Constantine story. It'll come in, but that's not why you read Constantine. You don't read Constantine because he's bi. You read Constantine because you want to see what other magic shenanigans he's gonna do this time, or what weird moral dilemmas that he put into. Stuff like that. Legozan says, "Being bi is the perfect get out of jail free card, though. You can always just say they were already in a relationship, or they just weren't into any of the same-sex characters introduced earlier." Yep. Like I said, all they could do is just make new characters. But the thing is, they know. Those companies know that if they do just make new characters, who the heck's gonna read them? who the heck
mean-
is going to read them? And at least read them in a way that actually reaches an audience that is sustainable and grows, so that becomes its own market.
God dang it! I did 89, right?
Yes. Oh, what episode number do you have on Twitch?
I guess I didn't press OK, so it didn't change. I had 87.
Oh, what the- jeez. We're gonna retcon this episode to be 87. I mean, we could technically do that. 89-87. No, better. This is episode 87-2.
87 replicant.
No, 87-2 like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 10-2, 13-2.
87 hack returns.
Final Fantasy Hack Yourself 87, a podcast reborn.
Oh no. The old one was bad. This one is gonna be better.
But it's not as pretty though. Oh man. But that's all I have to say on the Ramen situation, because I doubt that thing is gonna be relevant in I'll give it 6 months. If they do, if there's some actual good stories that come out of it, then I'll eat my words. But I doubt that's gonna happen. So, yeah, so you know that comics are gonna continue their downward spiral until either it's completely obliterated, or the momentum goes back into the indie market. And no, manga will not take over. Technically, kinda are, but manga is an entirely different beast entirely. It's an entirely different beast. I don't know why it's entirely 2 times. But
It's that much entirely. That's why.
Exactly. But onto more more cooler stuff though. More cooler stuff. So, Nintendo, I do like the every once in a while, kind of like their directs, they kind of show off what some indie games are coming to their platform. I do like that they do make a spotlight for that. And I will admit, sometimes some of the indie games don't really interest me either, because they're either it's a concept that's done a dime a dozen, or it's another X type game. But I did see 2. I did see 2 games that were at least very interesting to me, and I want to watch it with y'all in the audience, along with Jack, of course. But first, let me read Douglas' comment. He says, it's not like the LGBT plus community like this representation either. At least not the real ones. No, they're not really. They don't want superheroes who define traits if they're gay. They want gay characters who define traits they are superheroes. And yet they can't figure that out for some reason. But let's move on to a show a game I actually am very excited to become on the Switch. And Jack, I think you might have an idea why I will be excited for this particular game. Let me go ahead and share it with you on the sources. All
right.
Send it to you there. I'll go ahead and show it to the audience. All right then. So, I'm about to show you guys the trailer for a indie game called Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. And let's just say if you happen to play games during the late 90s, early 2000s, then this game might be at least its style might be very familiar. So Jack, let me know when you are ready.
I am ready.
All right, starting the trailer in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
Yeah, I could see why.
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk by Team Reptile. Ghetto says sold. I don't need to see more. That was my reaction too. So Jack, can you take a guess of what this game reminds you of?
Jet Set Radio.
Exactly, Jets, or as it's properly called, Jet Set Radio. Rex, come on. He says no Sega equal no one. Oh, actually, if I remember, I think I think it could have been a different game, but like, give me a second here. Let me take off the trailer real quick. I think.
He thinks. He's thinking.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's not a Sega. It's not Jet Set Radio, but
Mhm.
Rex, maybe this might win you over. The person in charge of the music, though, is the same composer from those games, Hideki Naganuma. So it may not be Jet Set Radio, like in terms of the actual property, but you still get the same person who made all that great music. Just something to think about. I don't think it'll win you over, but just something to think about and ponder. But in any case, I can't wait for this game to come out. Hopefully, is just as fluid and of course improves upon I mean just Jet Set Radio, but Jet Set Radio Future, which I wish Sega would freaking release, like re-release. There's a sequel, and you can only play it if you have an original Xbox.
Well, that sucks. I don't have it anymore.
Oh man, okay, and because funny enough, Jet Set Radio Future was my first, was the first game I played in that series, but it was also one of the first games I played when, my dad years ago, had an original Xbox, and aside from Shenmue 2, he also had Jet Set Radio Future. I think it was like a bundle with some other Sega game, like some Sega racing game. And I remember seeing it as a kid, and I was like really mesmerized with just how this colorful look, the music, its funky style, you could say, really just really made an impact on me. That I'm glad that I remember when I finally got my Steam account and the computer to actually play Steam games. I bought the re-release of the original game, and while I don't think I can. I don't know if I'm still having trouble playing it on my current computer, but at least back then I remember I would actually play on my old computer, old crappy Walmart laptop. It was around Jet Set Radio. I had a blast playing that, even with the kind of oddities in terms of design here and there, which is a whole lot of fun. Like, I think it was to me it was like the type of, I guess, skater game, although no, it's not technically one, that has a bit more style and flair to it than a typical Tony Hawk game.
Mhm.
So I'm just glad that even though it's not Jet Set Radio itself, at least its style and the actual composer of the music um is is gonna be composing new music for this. And just from hearing the trailer music, I'm already excited for it. And I'm definitely gonna get this on Switch, or who knows, it most likely probably on Steam, but it's something I'm definitely was going to get. Jack, do you have any thoughts on Bomb Rush Cyberpunk?
Not really. I like the music though, so if there was a way to get it separately, the soundtrack, then I'll definitely do that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see, maybe the chat real quick. Douglas says, looks really cool. Don't like the title though. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I guess it could probably be better, but to me, it's harmless. Ghetto says, I wonder how many people know Naganuma as the weird shit poster on Twitter as opposed to the composer Jet Set Radio. That is actually, that's true. He's very active on Twitter, and yeah, he just makes silly tweets all day. Particularly the Family Guy. Like, I think either he just likes using Family Guy as his go-to to make his shit post, or that guy really likes that Family Guy. I don't know what it is. RX is his original Xbox is in pieces on one of my desks. I see. I need to install a replacement capacitor I bought for it, and I can put it back together. But meh, no energy to do soldering. Well, that and the fact that you probably have other at least a good other projects that you would like to work on, but either don't have the time or energy for. And let's be honest, unless you got some good Xbox games, I mean, who's really clamoring to be like, well, actually, Jack, did you ever either you never owned an original Xbox, did you?
I did. That's my first well, in a way, that was my first console. In a way.
Oh, okay. Do you what games do you remember owning for it?
Dang, I don't remember much. Let's see. I didn't really own any games because my brother owned them. He had Halo, Soul Calibur. Uh, there's some fighting game in there too. I don't remember all the games he had. Most of them I couldn't play because I was not old enough.
Gotcha. I, for actually for me, there's unfortunately my time with the Xbox was very short lived because we live in a bad neighborhood, man, and it didn't take long for that Xbox to be stolen.
Oof.
But the games I did have for it was Shenmue 2, the Jet Set Radio Future button I talked about,
Hmm.
and lastly, and this is the game that my dad only got for me. I don't think he got it because he mostly got the console for him just for Shenmue 2. But he also got the first Teenage Ninja Turtles games that's based off the 2002 show. So like the
Oh, okay.
yeah, which I remember vividly. Which I'm surprised. I wish those games were re-released, but considering it's Konami or whatever the licensing thing is there, I doubt it. Those games are probably lost to time. Ghetto says Jack owned Kakuto Chojin. Is that the Xbox fighting game that you own, Jack? If you
Let
remember,
me see. Let me look at it.
Kakuto Chojin. I thought it would be Dead or Alive or something.
Oh no, it was Dead or Alive. Yeah, Dead or Alive. I did own Shenmue, Dead or Alive. It was Shenmue, Dead or Alive. Well, Shenmue 2 to be specific. Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2. Soul Calibur, Halo. I think there was another one in there, but I think for now that's all I remember. But yeah, Dead or Alive, the great physics of the game.
And I think it was the Xbox. I think it probably would have been Dead or Alive 3 because I think the first two were on PlayStation. I want to say. Don't quote
I
me on that.
think it was Dead or Alive 2. Let
Ooh.
me look.
And also, I want to show off the next game in a little bit, and I'll share it off. But Douglason says that comments,
It was 3.
but Danganronpa S being released is as its own game is hype. Now I'm not too familiar with your Danganronpas, but I'm guessing is that like a side game that's not part of the main trilogy or something like that. I know it's a game a lot of the youth like to play. those Zoomers that and their Danganronpas and whatever. At least I know like the younger weebish kids I know are kind of into that series. I barely know anything about it. But
Oh
Jack,
my god, there is a Xbox emulator.
I'm surprised there is. I'm surprised that there wouldn't be one. But
It's
Jack,
latest release point 0.6 version point 0.6, not even 1.0.
oh wow.
But you were saying.
Dakazan says, okay, so Danganronpa S is the mini game from Danganronpa 3. Ghetto says, I only know that game for the hentai. Good. Well, sounds about right. But I said the next game I want to show off in the sources for you to click, Jack, and to go and show it up on the YouTube end. A game that I am curious about. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but I'm definitely curious.
Oh, for a small moment, we owned 50 cent, like the game for 50 Cent, the rapper.
Which one? What? No, wait. No,
Bulletproof.
that's right. That's right. I forgot. The second one's on Xbox 360. Blood in
Yeah.
the Sand. Yo, Fitty, where my skull? Where my skull at? Rex says my first three Xbox games were Outlaw Golf, Chronicles of Riddick. That's definitely an Xbox game. Escape from Butcher Bay and the Darkness. I thought the first Darkness. Wait, what's the first? No, the Darkness. Is that the same Darkness game I'm thinking about? With like, is adapted from a comic and it's like a first-person shooter. The person has these weird demonic powers. Is it that Darkness or just a totally unrelated game with just the same name? Let me know, Rex. But I have the next game trailer up and running, Jack.
Oh,
So let me know when
okay.
you're ready.
Let me get that ready right now. Okay, I'm ready, Freddy.
All right, starting the next trailer in 3, 2, 1, play.
Marco, Theo, Dharma.
Oh, okay, I see what type of game it is. You always gotta add tactics.
Metal Slug Tactics. It took you long enough, but now Metal Slug has his own tactics game.
They always have to add in tactics to all these things.
Ghetto says once again sold. I love strategy RPGs. And Rex with the rocket launcher. Okay, so and also to their comment, yes, it was a Darkness for 360. Oh, okay. But this one, I honestly was kind of surprised that, a very action-oriented series, as Metal Slug is, it got turned into a tactics games. But what I'm also most surprised about more is just that I love the sprite work here. I don't know. I don't think they're reusing old sprites in their games. I think these are entirely new sprites.
They still look good.
Oh yeah, very
I mean-
very good. And if the bosses are any indication, we're gonna see some neat boss battles in this game. So
I mean, I always loved. I was about to say Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
I always loved Metal Slug whenever I played in like the arcade.
Same here. I never got far, but I enjoyed it immensely. So this will be interesting. Hopefully, it's a good strategy game and one that's fun and hopefully just full with character and it'll probably have a bunch of silly SNK references. Like for example, in that opening scene, you see a poster for Fatal Fury with Terry Bogard. Is there any more? There's a I think that's a Turbo. No, that's a Neo Geo. So I see that there the console. I feel okay. For those who are more knowledgeable on SNK, this weird octopus tentacle thing. I feel like I know it's from somewhere, or it's a reference to something. At least I feel like it is. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. But if not, I feel this is a reference to something. Let me know in the chat. And also, hey Virgo, he says hello, my YouTube overlords, and also Virgo, see you're hosting us on your Twitch channel, which we thank you very much, very much.
You're getting notifications. I still am not getting any notifications.
Because Streamlabs love me. Let's see. Rex
I swear
says,
to God, it's annoying me.
Rex says tactics gains equals 99% chance to hit, miss 13% chance to hit critical. Yeah, they can be a bit BS at times, especially at least the newer XCOM games. Those are ridiculous. You're literally adjacent to the opponent that you should have at very minimum a like 95% chance to hit them, but you can still miss them when you're literally next to them in the grid. It's so stupid. But I just thought the system is.
Okay, I'm a.
And
It's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me.
And I think you're right. It's an Alium from Metal Slug. See, I figured it was a Metal Slug reference.
So if I
figured.
click on this, it doesn't pop up.
Well,
I swear to God, I went on the Streamlabs and it apparently had a little button where it supposedly is like, oh well, if it doesn't show this many people, it's the alert's not gonna pop off. I'm like, okay, well I guess I'll enable it, and now it's not doing it.
yeah. Oh. Rex says, Alien, come on, ain't you never heard no one say ancient aliens before? Okay, that was funny, Rex. I'll give you that one. Like I said, I know I never got too far in any Metal Slug game because I didn't have enough money. But those games are fun, and hopefully this tactical game is also fun. Maybe something as good as Advance Wars, which I gotta remember to get those Advance Wars games on the Switch. That'd be you to put that at least on some sort of list or something.
Plot twist: whenever you buy the game, every single time you you get a game over, it's asking you for an additional 25 cents.
Oh, that'll suck. Dunkazan says, straight up at XCOM with my sharpshooters, always just shoot if the chance is at least 40%. Getting more is just too risky or flashy for no real benefit.
Really? I mean, okay. I don't know about that. So, whenever I play XCOM, I don't have the luck of hitting that 40%. Even then, at 90%, I still get, like, a miss every now and then.
Well, it depends which XCOM you're talking about. I mean, they're technically mostly kind of the same, but you know, it depends. Maybe some XCOMs are made better than others. You never know.
I don't think so, because I remember I saw a clip. It was a guy playing XCOM 2. I think it was either the multiplayer or a single player. But either way, he got his character right up on the alien's face. Like, literally, they could be kissing. Like, that close. And you know what his percentage was to hit?
What was it?
Guess.
34%.
No, it was 0.
0?
It was 0.
And I knew it was I knew it was ridiculous. I didn't think it was that ridiculous.
Apparently, I guess he was too close, so his gun doesn't apparently just like goes through the body, I guess.
And look, when you fight aliens, you never know what you're gonna deal with, man. All right.
Let me see. I'm gonna look at it.
Sometimes to defeat alien, but you gotta sneeze on them, or sometimes when you're fighting an alien, you got to cut off their limbs and not their head. Never know, man. You never know.
Found it. Here you go.
Douglas responds by saying, "Well, the percentage goes down when you get too close with some weapons."
It was a shotgun, I think.
Okay,
let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. Okay, I'm gonna play the video up. Let me go ahead, show the audience. Here we go. And let me know when you're ready, Jack.
I'm ready.
Alright, playing in 3, 2, 1, play.
Like me some extended mags on fucking. Let's see.
Boom. Did I just miss 100%? Chris, I just missed 100%.
No way, I want to see.
Oh, it was at 100% he missed.
Long said the game was full of shit sometimes when it came to percentages.
The man missed at 100%.
Oh my god.
I did, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Report that, dude. Highlight that, put that.
Sorry, it wasn't 0%. He had 100% hit chance.
And he missed.
And he missed.
Fair and balanced game. Fair and balanced.
I like how the character just like looks at the alien and then aims to the left.
Oh well. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be.
The casual and boom. Oh, I missed.
And boom goes the dynamite. Let's see. Let's see. But yeah, we'd definitely love to get that. Hopefully, it's a percentage system actually is more accurate than XCOM's.
It says here by Douglas on, which I understand, but still. It says, yeah, it's rounded up to 100, Not sure if it ever actually gets 100%. So it could be like 99.9999, and you could just like
9999999.
apparently that 0.000 infinitely all the way to the last one. That small chance you've missed, you might as well go to the gas station and get a lottery ticket.
Hey, but then you win. By those odds. Duncan says at that point I literally race throw a grenade with the other dude, Lamau. All right, and I was thinking of maybe talking about a bit about the trailer for JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean, but considering neither Jack and I have finished Part 5, there's nothing much we can add to it, so it exists. It's coming out sometime, but I'll say it before and I say it again. As much as I kind of met on Part 5, I will have to finish it. Maybe, hopefully, my opinion does change as I finish that particular part. So, because I do want to check out Part 6, I do want to see what Jolene's all about. And I do know a lot of crazy stuff does happen in Part 6, like really crazy stuff. So, that's all I'll say on that matter, because there's nothing much to say. Oh, and hopefully it's a good adaptation. There hasn't been a bad JoJo adaptation, so it'll be where they start fumbling the ball now.
You jinxed them, didn't you? You jinxed them. This one's gonna be bad now.
The first one that gets bad, and it's the one with the female protagonist. See,
everyone, if it's bad, we all know who to blame.
Yes, and we blame it. Blame it on Jack. Blame it on Jack for bringing it up that it could be bad.
No.
Yep.
No, I used magical cylinders. Goes back to you.
Magical cylinders. What?
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh.
Are you protected?
Pot of greed.
Which lets me draw 3 additional cards. You know what that means? Then I'll summon Pot of Greed. And then I'll put Mirror Force, which lets me, you guessed it, summon another Pot of Greed.
And then with that, I put Exodia onto the field. Exodia, no, that's impossible. Yellow says, I fully expect a bunch of grifter articles claiming that Jolene is the lead. Probably. From people who, who hasn't been as I guess it would be into the JoJo franchise for more than a year, I would say. So yeah, but just ignore them. Don't give them the clips. The clips. Don't give them the clicks. Let them grift for 10 cents a click.
You should do more JoJo poses again. I missed that.
You know what? When I have the money and when I got the power, we can make Alex and Millie do JoJo poses.
Because I missed the parts where you I remember in high school you did JoJo poses that was teach me.
That was the only and that's the only time I will do it because it's high school and you're allowed to be cringy. and I rather be cringy for JoJo than any other anime. You can quote me on that.
That'll be a quote for 2021.
I'd rather be cringy with JoJo than any other anime. Douglas says, if HAC is powerful enough to jinx something as big as JoJo, we really should start worshiping as a minor god.
He's gonna be a demigod. You gotta get promoted to god.
And you know what that means? You know what that means, though?
What?
It'll become the ultimate life form. Which means I'm one step closer to becoming Shadow. You hear that, Virgo? You hear that? I will be the realest of the black hedgehogs.
Chaos control.
Chaos gun. Just gun. Oh, yeah. Wait. Hold on. Oh, thoughts coming. Head fast. No. Wait. Hold on.
Is that what you do in bed?
Wait. What? No, I just had a weird brain fart, where my mind was thinking about Shadow, Gun, and ancient power, and then suddenly had this realization to Spawn with a guy who again uses guns, is black, both in terms of his look and his skin color, and has ancient powers.
Racist.
It's not racist if it's true.
Cancel. Canceled.
Hey, look. I like fried chicken like anybody else.
Canceled.
It's
like
not
that.
It's not a black thing. It's a southern thing, or Asian thing. They count too. Asians love their fried chicken too.
Yeah, which is weird because Japan, they're like, you know what we should do for Christmas? Let's go ahead and get some good old country fried chicken from KFC.
Hey, at least it's cooked better over there, and I can say that with like actual experience. Douglas says, I mean, JoJo is meant to be weird. If anyone has a problem with you being cringy about it, you can call them uncultured swine. Ghetto says, and wait, how has Spawn interacted with Sonic? That's what okay, Shadow, I get. How has Spawn show me the receipts, Ghetto. How has Spawn, Todd McFarlane's Spawn, interacted with Sega corporate mascot Sonic the Hedgehog? Dude,
they're both eating chili dogs. That's what they're doing.
Eating chili dogs.
It's amazing that the whole chili dog thing was only because Sonic had the same name as the fast food restaurant Sonic.
That can't be it.
Yeah.
That really was?
Let me see. Let me go again.
I know it was something they made up for like the first Western cartoon, but I never figured it was associated with the restaurant.
Let's see. God dang it. When did Sonic start liking chili dogs so much? This is gonna be from a Reddit post in 2015. If I can look into it.
And while he's looking that up to prove that he is wrong. Actually reminds me.
Just say I am wrong.
Yes, you are wrong. Yes. Question, actually, genuine question for the audience. If you have not noticed, I have changed the design of the thumbnail to what I would usually do it, and I just want to hear some thoughts whether or not you think you like it better than how we were used to be doing it previously, or you would prefer it go back, or maybe you don't like this one. I was trying out something new, see if you guys will like it. Just let me know some feedback, and I would appreciate that. And also, Ghetto has told me to check Discord about how Spawn connect with Sonic. Let's see. What am I gonna? No, you son of a you
what?
You black son of a bitch.
Let me see.
Okay. So I'm gonna show. I'll show it on stream. But this will require a lot of context here, because this is going to uber geeky comic stuff. So first,
that's what you're good at.
That's what I'm
so
only.
Explain.
That's what I'm only good at. I'm kidding. For first, let me just download these so people have an image for reference. Oh, there we go. And thank you. He says you like the thumbnails. Awesome. I am glad. And let me go ahead and add these images to at least the YouTube end of the stream. There we go. So the first one's gonna be the cover, the context of what book it comes from. So put that right there in the middle between me and Jack. Then I'll add in like the actual page itself.
Let's see.
All right, now here's the actual page where Sonic actually meets Spawn. Drink that just a little bit.
Sonic Super Special.
So, all right, so now I never read this comic, but I can figure out what the heck this is like, what this comic is about. From the looks of it, and of course, Get will probably provide more details. Well, I assume so. But what this looks like is it looks like a special crossover comic because during the time it was made, which I don't see a year, but I'm gonna assume somewhere in the mid to late '90s. I'm gonna say mid '90s. The Sonic comics were going on with Archie, with the company Archie Comics, and of course you had the Image Comics, which is what Spawn comes from. And so this comic is literally a big old crossover between Sonic and a whole bunch of characters from Image Comics, including but not limited to from the ones I can make out, starting from the bottom on the right side, Spawn, Pit, don't know. I think that's Supreme. I could be wrong on that. Savage Dragon, and that Wolverine ripoff from Rob Liefeld. I think that last one is the one on top. In any case, okay. That's the context. So, what kind of comic this is? And then on the left, of course, you have Sonic, Knuckles, Princess Sally, Tails, and the what was her name? She was like literally a robotic bunny. I think her name was Rabbit. Get it?
No, I forgot Sally was a princess.
Thank you, Rex. Bunny Rabbot. That's her name. So you have that, and then on the page itself, let's see. Let me read this out loud. This real tall dude just stood there, looking dark and mysterious, with a cape that moved all around as if we're alive, and he was surrounded by kids dressed up like video game characters. Then I remembered. Oh yeah, forgot it's Halloween. At least someone around here knows how to have fun. Sonic says, "Say there, tall, dark, and gruesome. Do you have the slightest clue where we are? We don't need a road map, just a signpost, with Spawn just saying no." Thank you, Spawn. Your contribution was legendary.
It was perfect.
You just said one word. I don't know who's narrating. I think it could be just, I don't know, that Sonic narrating or just some other character off panel. But well, now I know. Officially, Sonic has met with Spawn. God dang it! Why does that exist?
And apparently, Reddit doesn't want to show me anything.
Ghetto says also the two agents from X. Wait, the two. You're Molar and Scully from X-Files are in that. Like them themselves, or like a parody? Like, are we talking like the way the Simpsons did it, where like it's literally just them and just in a Simpsons form, or is it just a parody of them? Is it because how in the world are Mulder and Scully from the X-Files in a comic with a bunch of Image characters and Sonic comics? Don't make it. Ay. Zach, my brain hurts.
Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna look at the Sonic fandom wiki. The trivia says here, Sonic's fondness for chili dogs is something that originates in Western territories. First established in the animated series.
Yeah, there you go. It was
earliest canon was he enjoyed hot dogs, but rather than the more specific chili dogs. And then it developed the chili dogs.
Yeah.
Did you know he has an official recipe?
What's his recipe?
It's the official recipe for chili dogs.
What is it?
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna look it up then. Does everyone want to start cooking with JAC? That's gonna be a new channel.
That's
cooking with JAC.
A new stream segment. Cooking with JAC.
Let's see. Let's see. It's somewhere in here. Oh yeah, he had a whole comic page on it. Let's see. Chili dog a la Sonic.
Oh god.
I need to zoom in on this for myself. I can't see.
Enhance.
It says here. 1 pound of ground beef. Add a half cup each of chopped onions, peppers, and mushrooms, browned lightly. Add 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Add 1 large can of crushed tomatoes. Add 8 ounces of barbecue sauce. Simmer for half an hour. Then you add 1 teaspoon each of chili powder, cumin, oregano, and 1 large can red kidney beans, drained, of course. Simmer for 1 hour. Add the hot dogs. Cook 15 minutes in sauce. Put on toasted roll. Melted cheese is optional. There you go.
And C-Rex, that's why your habanero jack Cincinnati chili dog you had an hour ago was forgettable because you didn't have a chili dog a la Sonic. Remember this recipe. Remember it.
Remember it.
If
I'm
you-
gonna put it there for like 1 split second. Okay, now it's gone.
It's gone now.
Exclusive.
Twitch
Exclusive. It was there for a second.
This is the only way to be to be true to Sonic. This is his recipe. This is what he eats. This is what he lives on. It's fuel.
That's how you can burn those calories.
Douglas on says Worcester is like Leicester. You don't see the whole thing. I think I just did, but freaking that type of English, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. But this is a bit a riveting stream. We learned Sonic's secret chili dog recipe.
Oh wait, no, it's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Not Worcester. Screw Worcester. Worcestershire
Hey,
sauce.
what did Worcester ever do to you?
They didn't make Sonic a la. They didn't make chili dogs a la Sonic. That's what they didn't do.
Oh, man. We learned a lot. Well, we learned a lot of things today.
Washer dryer sauce.
Washer dryer sauce.
Rex says washer dryer sauce.
Oh man. Oh, by the way, before I forget, you know what? No, actually, I'll save it towards the end. But let's see. I was gonna see our
chili dogs.
Dang, now I kind of want a chili dog now.
Yeah, right. I kind of
almost though, but I don't. But
let's go to Sonic right now. I know it's late, but let's go.
Actually, they're actually by this hour they're actually already closed.
Let's break in and make our own chili dogs.
Sure, a la Sonic.
A la Sonic.
Oh my gosh! But let's see. Or what was it? What was I think? What was it? I think I had it in my head, and you made me lose it. How dare you make me unprofessional in this totally professional stream? Professionally.
But the chili dogs.
A la Sonic.
A la Sonic.
You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna look up something real quick. By the way, you ever watch Sonic X when you were little?
Yes, I did. It was a lot of fun. I love the theme song too.
Consistently or like on occasion?
Consistently.
I tried, but I was a terrible kid waking up Saturday morning because I was staying up late playing on my GameCube.
That was the only time I can watch something other than PBS.
Oh,
so I treasured it.
I do remember though. I actually had a Sonic I think one of the first ever Sonic cassettes. There were Sonic X cassettes that came out, and I think I had like the first 4 or 5 episodes. Plus, it's very weird. I had like the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then like an episode that was a much later on in the show. There's no connection. I think it was like the first episode where Chaos, from Sonic Adventure, was going to be the big villain of that arc.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was very much confused as a kid. Like, wait, but Sonic was just coming into this world, and now he's already fighting Chaos. I was like, that's a big leap.
I remember I had a Sonic plushie.
I did too. It's gone
Did
now,
you?
though. Yeah.
Same. I don't know where it went.
I think mine got destroyed. Like literally, his arm got broken off.
Oh.
Yeah, but
did they give the Sonic plushie to every kid? Because What are the chances you and I got one? And I think another friend I had actually had one too.
What if it's the same one?
Let's see. Let me look a picture. Let me look up a picture of one. And maybe let's see, 2000. Let's just put in 2000s. Okay, perfect. Oh, I could shop for one. Hmm. Hmm.
Indeed. Riveting.
Okay. I'm trying to find the one that was most like mine, which has to be this one. Ooh, it's vintage.
Ooh, ooh, what do you?
Vintage.
Ooh,
Ooh. Here we go.
what do you,
Putting
my
it,
dear?
and here I'm gonna put it on the sources.
All right. Nope, not that one.
No, it's
Nope,
not
that's
this one.
nope, it's not that one. It was actually like it was actually like more, I guess, accurate. I think that's the best
That
word
one
for
was
it.
accurate. How dare you?
Well, accurate for the '90s, but like this was like early 2000s, man. I know, Sonic got tone when he got slim. He started putting on, you know, those colored contact lenses, you know, that whole big debate within the Sonic community because they're a bunch of weirdos. Brown eyes, green eyes, it's eyes. God dang it!
How dare you?
Calm down. Calm down. It's just eyes.
There was a Knuckles one too. I didn't even know that.
A lot of
But
things
no
you don't
tails.
know.
But
Well,
no tails.
because who likes tails?
Hey, you gotta get all the primary colors.
Actually, I do like tails, but yeah, he's been crapped on way too much. It doesn't help though. He was always he was like a Robin that no one wanted to be. Like he was an actual sidekick that kids didn't like because Sonic was just too cool, man. Just too cool. Until Knuckles came in, and then Knuckles became the cool one, and then Shadow came, and now who really
No,
is the
no,
cool one anymore?
nah. It's Sonic fans are they're the ones that think that they're cool because they listen to rock. Knuckles fans, they think they're cool because they listen to jazz
That would be
and
hip hop.
rap, hip hop. And Shadow fans, they think that they're cool because edgy,
Listen to emo.
the emo.
Exactly. And which kid were you in high school? The hip hop head, the one listening to nothing but rock, or maybe you were a downer listening to that dark, depressing music.
Nah, I was the cool kid that
You hate the world, man.
I'm the cool kid that loved Sonic Chew.
No, that's no, 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 don't bring, don't
Too
bring.
late. It's already been brought up.
No, no one, no one. Give Jack any ammunition for that.
Nope, too late.
No, we'll move on. No,
No,
we're
no. If you want to move on, we have to delete this episode.
No. Actually, we'll move on by reading what Ghetto and Dunkelson have to say. Ghetto says Shadow fans listen to butt rock. Actually, you're true. Shadow fans do listen to butt rock. Then
Yeah.
Sonic fans have to listen to. They're listening to hard rock. There we go. Douglason says, with my parents being from the Eastern Bloc and growing up in a third world country, my childhood contains none of your Western pop culture. I had to do a lot of catching up these last 2 years. My friend. Then, that's just the world we live in, isn't it? Of course, I still. Oh wait, hold on. Holding. Thoughts are coming to my head.
They're forming.
All right. Well, there we go. So like, at the very least, you'll at least have the more freedom to at least see what it is. Maybe enjoy it more, and maybe enjoy it if you so desire to. I'll probably doubt it.
Is
So-
that just Sonic eating chili dogs?
No, it's Amy staring at Sonic eating chili dogs. Yeah, but
Gotta find the picture. I found the picture.
but yeah, but funny enough, Douglas, on this, despite probably a rough childhood you got there, and I definitely have, while no one near as that, when I compare, I definitely had like a taste of that when I was very, very young. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. At the very least, though, with all the time to catch up, maybe you might see things that we never saw as kids. A new perspective, as one might say, a very much new perspective, because at least I'm more aware enough to know that much as I love this character, he brings out the weirdest in people, and I'm glad I never got that deep. That's all I could say. Glad I never got that deep, and I just appreciate Sonic as just a fun game series. Nothing more. That's it. Not going down that deep rabbit hole.
I know his dark secrets.
The most I ever did was just trace Sonic art, and that was it. Just traced art. No, not even an OC.
Man, he's a criminal. Tracing art. You know, that'll get you Tumblr banned.
Oh.
And Twitter banned.
Oh, I know, huh? I know. Douglas says, I mean, my family was well off, and I didn't really miss it at the time. It just feels weird now. Hey, you know what? I guess, yeah. That is an interesting feeling. Maybe I probably will never feel that. Although, it's funny. Like with my little brother, is one thing with him though is that because of just through me, and he spends most of the time with me, he's gonna end up growing up with a lot of things that I mostly enjoy, and so it's gonna be. I wonder how he's gonna go through with like let's just say, I don't know, like when all the kids at his school will be talking about the big Fortnite update or whatever Call of Duty game is out now, and he's gonna be wanting to talk about, I don't know, like, have you guys played Virtua Fighter?
You know, okay. If I ever get a job again as a substitute teacher, you know what's gonna happen?
What is gonna happen?
I'm gonna be back in our high school, or actually, let's just say it's gonna be like, let's say, how old is he again?
My little brother?
Yeah.
He is 12 as of now.
Let's say 5 years later, I'm working at the high school that he's going to attend. He's gonna look just like you.
No, no, he's not. He's not gonna look like me.
You can be surprised how many times I double taked, because I'm like, why is this person from our class, from like our class year, sitting with a bunch of kids when it's really literally someone that looks just like them and acts just like them? He's gonna be a mini you.
Hopefully, but better. We're so.
And you know what? It's gonna be weird. It'll be weirder if he hangs around with people that act like us.
Oh no!
Because now it's really like,
oh no,
a bit on the nose.
Oh crap! Well, time to make him get into sports. Oh no, I think that time may have passed, because I think aside from football, he's already tried most of the major sports, and he's already, I guess, he's like already like, all right, I'm done with those. I don't want to do sports except for judo. He will do judo, which, you know what? Fine, full contact sport. I'm with it. I did a bit of martial arts, although nothing to be like of any noteworthy. I just did it for a time, so I can kick Jack. I can kick Jack, but I'm gonna feel sore in the morning when I do so.
Don't worry, I know your weak spot. You're not Nobody know how to go. That's my purse. I don't know you.
That's my purse. I don't know you. I get obsessed. My brother starts his own podcast with his own Jack.
HAC Show. Hack and Jack returns.
No, the HAC Show, the next generation. This time is the Zoomers is the Zoomers' turn on the mic. And they're gonna be talking about, man, like I can just imagine our brother going, man, I remember playing Fortnite. I'm so glad I stopped playing that game. I would have been addicted to it. Oh, I remember when he told me. I still remember when he told me that that like he stopped playing it, like really stopped playing it. I was genuinely surprised because he really got into it, like a lot of kids are nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be just maybe he just got really bored with it. But and maybe it's probably just my influence, but I always never try to make him never force things upon him. I will be honest with him. But I wouldn't be like, oh, just because I don't like it doesn't mean you have to don't like it.
You hear that, Guilty Gear Stripe fans? Just because some pro doesn't like the game doesn't mean you can't.
Especially if that pro is Sonic Fox. How respectable. In any case, the I think what would have happened, he probably just got really burned out in the game, and he kind of realized that unless he's constantly spending money, he's not gonna get any of the cool stuff. He's not gonna get anything new out of it, and he doesn't have too many friends to play the game with. So I think eventually he just kind of burned out of it. And he's like, all right, I'm done. Just wiped his hands, and on occasions when his friends really wanted to play with him, he'll go back to it. But other than that, he just goes up into the next game, and usually he beats the next single player game he goes. Like he's playing Breath of the Wild for the 5th time.
He's gonna be a speedrunner.
Maybe. I know he's aside from all the DLC stuff, I know he's played majority of all the content for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 and 2, excluding DLC.
I swear to God, though, your brother learns games so quickly. Especially whenever I remember that time when we were playing Xenoverse, and I was doing a thing where I can instantly know whenever someone teleports behind you. You can cancel your animation to attack them from behind. I explained it to your brother only once, and after that, he was kicking my butt.
He's like Darby the younger.
Damn, that was impressive, and I was just like, I can't beat you anymore. Damn.
It's like Taskmaster, but for games. Once my brother sees your strategy once, he's got you nailed to the floor. I kid you not. He's kind of stopped playing it now, but I remember I was showing him Virtua Fighter, showing him how it goes, and right off the bat, he picks he would look through all the characters. Of all the characters he picked one of the more complicated characters in the game. All because hey, the guy does judo. I do judo. All right, I'll pick him. And he's also kind of like this. He has kind of an edgelord thing going on with him. Whatever. I'm like, okay, no. Keep in mind, I'm not expecting him to really put too much time into the game, because he's not big into fighters in the first place. And since Virtua Fighter is not a very easy fighter to get into, I didn't expect his time to be much. But soon enough, let's say maybe 2 weeks come by, I come home from work, I catch him playing Virtua Fighter, and I see it shows a record of how many online matches he did. Jack, he was almost in the 200s.
Oh wow!
I'm like, what? How many? In me, because I have other stuff to do, I've only done 10 online matches, and here he is almost in the 200s. And then all right, let's play it together. And frick you, he was putting me on my toes. Because what ended up happening is is that he would uh is that he plays super aggressively and try to grab at any opportunity, and because uh the way how to detect grabs in Virtua Fighter is actually pretty complicated, he would always get me, and just oh my gosh, it became a match of like not getting close to it, because if I he would do some grab that would do big damage and gets me screwed the entire round. Like I now like from now majority of the time I did win because of the character I used. There was some uh he has some neat techniques that are like pretty quick and snappy, so I was able to deal in some good damage in. But he really did put me on edge. He really did. Like he hasn't put me on edge since during the summer of 2018, that summer, where he and I were like literally competing each other in Tekken
Oh
7.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
but the thing was, we did like a weird gimmick where I was using Steve Fox, the boxer character, and he only used Hwarang, which is the Taekwondo character. So literally, it was like a batch of punches and kicks, and we will go 10 matches and see who would win within those 10 matches. Oh man, it was a lot of fun. Let me read the chat real quick. Douglas also says it's a generally scary thing though that the 6-year-old kids at the local school talk about Fortnite though.
Yeah. Oh, did you know they put Cammy in Fortnite?
I have with some strategic pants. I see.
It saddens me. The pants saddened me.
Look. All right, look. At the end of the day, they still gotta market it towards kids, and so Cammy's gonna put on pants. I mean, they could get her shorts, so they live with Lara Croft, but whatever. But as far as generally scary thing, I guess just of the way of how I guess a lot of the microtransaction practices what makes it scary. But honestly, it's another one of those games that's just a very big fad with kids. Like I'm sure our generation. We had
me.
What?
Well, for me, is the APM, but the actions per minute that they do. Like, you've seen clips of Fortnite. Someone gets shot, and then automatically, like the meme of a building gets constructed.
Oh, I never actually considered that.
Yeah, right, the actions per minute, because editing something like that is not that easy at first. It takes a lot of practice, and these kids, they practice that so much.
Yeah,
it's scary because that's like something you would do for like competitive, but they do it for fun.
It's like reminds me of a book I read once. Didn't have a happy ending though. In any case, but yeah, but also that probably that overstimulation too also doesn't help, especially with how manic the game is. It doesn't help with its art style is very appealing to young children.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, it's still a bad game that's probably gonna be wearing down eventually.
I mean, it's wearing down now. I haven't heard people talk about Fortnite for a while,
unless like a special skin's coming in. But I'm not sure the kids will go on to the next like real like actual real fad that gets crazy. But
people have been getting into Splitgate.
There you go.
Remember that time we played Splitgate before it was cool?
You played it. Yeah, I didn't.
I could have sworn we did a versus on that.
Nope.
I
think I know you recorded footage for it in early part of our channel.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Let's see. Virgo says, "Oh hell, Shadow." The great song. Cheesy fun song. Ghetto says, "Now you train your brother for tournaments." Nope. No, but wanted to actually have fun. And what's that fun? Not to get what's that word looking for? Discouraged. Douglas says, "That's me with the local friend group in fighting games. I kick their asses and they call me a god at fighting games." But as to quote Ghetto Machine, you see right there, that's the real fighting game community. Just playing those games with your friends. That's the real magic of fighting games. Not necessarily having to put in hundreds of hours of either online or offline, or having to do a lot of lab work in the practice mode. Just you and your buddies having a grand old time kicking each other's butts. And that's really all fighting games that need to be at the end of the day. And if that isn't fun, then frankly, that's not a fighting game worth playing.
Well said.
Gazan continues. I just play Telltale as much as this, so I've experienced both matchups and my character's abilities. But yeah, although sometimes depending on the person is, I had to like literally hold myself back. I remember one time I had this old friend from high school. She came. She visited one of my house one day, and offered her to play something on the PS4, and so so I she chose Street Fighter. I was like, okay, and I literally, I kid you not, throughout the like entire match we were playing, I literally had to stop myself from using any special moves. It was pretty much just using like the regular attack throughout the entire game. And like I was trying to show her at the very least, like here's how to do an Hadouken. She couldn't figure it out. So I was like, all right, we'll just not. Special moves are banned. Banned while I was playing with her. Oh, it's a fun memory, but it's one of those things where like, we probably should have played something else, but she had a good time, and that was the important part.
That's good.
It says, those fools, the pants make it more erotic. On Cammy, though? On Cammy? I don't know. Like
on John Lee, I can understand.
Yes, but Cammy, nah, not really. It's even in the way that they kind of slightly redesigned her. It's more so they just you know what they look like. It's more so they just kind of colored in her legs and just made it less.
Yeah,
I guess curvaceous. I guess the best word for it. That's really all they did. Rex says they want boys to be attracted to boys, not women. Wait, what? Wait. Are you referring to that because of the Cammy? I don't know. I need to know what context you're commenting on that one. I think it might be for the Cammy. I could be wrong. And you know what? Actually, since we already passed the two hour mark, and I'm actually almost feel like kind of wearing down. You want to go ahead and start the closing segment, Jack?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, so Jack, do you have anything planned until the next episode of the HAC Show?
So I'll follow that with another question for you. For tomorrow. Oh no, not tomorrow. The day after in the morning. What time do you go in? To work.
I'm actually off tomorrow, so I
the
don't
day
go...
after.
Oh, the day after. Let me double check. Because I think it's sometime in the morning, but double check. On Friday. Friday I go in at 7:30.
Dang, never mind. Well, I guess I'll be a stream by myself. I was gonna try to see if I can invite you to my after hours. Make it a little earlier though, to play Back for Blood. Because the beta starts tomorrow.
Well, that'll be fun, but I need to wake up early.
Yeah, so it'll be a lonely stream.
I met nobody.
But it'll still be fun though, because Back for Blood was genuinely fun. So yeah, Thursday and Friday, it's gonna be Back for Blood, and then Monday, Tuesday, will probably be Batman and Yakuza.
All right then. And actually, before I do my announcements, some comments here. Ghetto says to convince us. He says, "Hear me out. The addition pants to a character who traditionally wear pants make their legs more erotic, as if there's something to hide."
That works for Chun-Li, but not Cammy.
Yeah, no. Sorry, dude. No, sorry, Ghetto. This is the one where you can't win this one. Can't win this one. Even with your melanin powers, you can't convince us of that.
You're all powerful melanin.
Cammy has to be pantless. The thing is though, that is like they could have just make the unitard not as maybe risque would be the word, because a unitard's a unitard. So it's like no different wearing what a ballet wears. So whatever. Whatever. It's like we're talking about a design that we're not gonna even see in a game we don't play, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Douglas says, I honestly don't care that much about the violence or even that a game becomes so popular, but it's the combination of violence, microtransactions, and stress. I see. I see, and then put that on a kid who's not even 10. Oh yeah, there's bound to be some at least some weird problems going to the kid, which is why parent has to be mindful of the children. And I remember my parents, they definitely did even if it's on the weekend, they definitely during the weekday they definitely limit the amount of time I play games, and they make sure I wasn't playing it late at night, like I did on occasion, but to lower the TV volume down and everything. But was the weekend, they let me have my fun. And with my brother, they are definitely a lot more lenient, but he also has come to the point now where unless he's really into a game, past like once it comes to the 2 hours, he's like, all right, I'm done, or he just wants to do something else, or literally he luckily has other things to do with his time that's not just playing a game all day. So I am thankful for that. Ghetto says it adds more to the imagination, like when they censor Chiri's cleavage with the tights. Again with this, and he goes, "This isn't about men; it's about high arrow power." You're telling me, Ghetto, that in order to meet your maximum potential, you must combine your melanin with your eroticism.
This sounds like the trilogy for hentai comment.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what does melanin have to do with hentai common though?
I don't know. Maybe. Do you think hentai common has like anything remotely normal about the show, the movie and manga?
Well, no, but I don't expect his skin pigment's going to be a consideration of how powerful he is as a pervert.
Maybe it's another hentai common.
A darker one.
Literally. The
The
darker one, literally. That gets off on tights.
Ghetto office laying wearing tights, yeah or nay? Alright, no, it's actually not do my closing announcements. So tomorrow I'm definitely gonna be doing the last hack cross of Ghost in the Shell. We're gonna finish it off, and I can finally move on to a different anime. So I will do that. I will release that tomorrow. And as well, I will need to get back on editing the second EFAP that we did and release it. Fortunately, because of my busy work schedule, like aside from one day, I haven't had any chance to even do to even like open the file. I've just been that busy. And of course, episode 100 script is progressing good. I'm literally near the end of it, so the same on news on that end for the 100th comic review. And as far as TikTok stuff, again, if I have time, I'll think of something. But again, mostly just time that I need, which I'm not gonna have too much for now. But Hack Cross video will be coming out tomorrow. And as far as live streams, I'm sorry. There will be no Sunday live stream, no comment discussion or middle Sunday for this Sunday. But as far as the chill stream, let me double check. As far as the chill stream, there will be a chill stream on Saturday, so do expect that. And yep, with that is all of my announcements for for this week of the HAC Show. So all in all, thank you Thank you everyone for joining. Douglas on, Ghetto, Virgo, Rex, anyone else who are just watching. We thank you for watching us. Hope you have entertained. Hopefully you learned a thing or two, and as well, remember the only way to eat a chili dog is with a chili dog a la Sonic. So with that one, thank you very much for watching, and this is Hack and Jack, sign out.
Good night, everyone.